In this particular video, we will look into the details of flower as well as the term inflorescence. Now, talking of the flower, flower is a modified shoot. So, if flower is there, then in it there will be shoot apical meristem and it will be changing to floral meristem, and that is how flower is formed. Now, in the case of flower, there will be internodes which do not elongate and the axis will get condensed. So, we can understand this point with the help of this diagram. So, normally what happens if this is the stem and the point from where leaves arise, these points are called as nodes, and the point between these two nodes, it is called as internode. Now, if shoot apical meristem will change to floral meristem, in this case, these internodes will not elongate. So, we can see that in this case, if this is the first node, then second node will be just after it, third node will be just after it, and so on. So, in this case, internodes will not elongate, and instead of flowers, instead of leaves, as leaves were present in this case, instead of leaves there will be whorls or floral appendages will come out. So, we can see that if internodes do not elongate, then all whorls will come out at this particular point only, and that is how flower is formed, and it is called as a modified shoot. Flower is the reproductive unit in the angiosperms. Which whorls are present here? 4 types. We can also call these whorls as floral appendages. Now, in this case, the stalk or the pedicel. So, this is the part which will hold this particular flower. So, it is called as stalk or pedicel. Now, when flower forms, then the end of stalk or pedicel, it will be solen, and the solen portion is called as thalamus or receptacle. The 4 whorls which are present will be calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Out of these 4 whorls, calyx and corolla, these are called as accessory organs, whereas androecium and gynoecium are called as the reproductive organs. Now, there can be some cases in which calyx and corolla are not distinct. So, these are mixed, and if these are not distinct, it is called as perianth, and it is present in flower like of lily. Next, talking of the inflorescence. So, arrangement of flowers on floral axis, this arrangement will be called as inflorescence. The point to be noted here that there is one more term that is called as phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy was the arrangement of leaves on stem or branches, and inflorescence is the arrangement of flowers on the floral axis. There are 2 major types of inflorescence. The first inflorescence is called as the racemose inflorescence, and the second inflorescence is called as cymose inflorescence. Now, in the case of racemose inflorescence, there will be the main axis which will continue to grow and produce flowers literally. So, we can understand it by this particular diagram, that let us say that this is the axis. This axis is slowly growing upward, and when it grows upward, then flowers are produced laterally. So, these are the flowers which are produced. So, slowly this axis will grow further and flowers will be produced on the lateral side. So, in this particular example, we can very well understand that new flowers will be obviously towards the apex as the axis grows, and older flowers will be towards the lower part. So, if new flowers are on the top and older flowers are towards the base, then this arrangement is called as acropetal order or acropetal succession. So, that is why in racemose inflorescence, there will be acropetal succession. The same thing we can see in this particular diagram also. in this diagram, this axis will grow and there will be new flowers at the apex and older flowers will be present towards the base. So this is racemose inflorescence. The second inflorescence is the cymose inflorescence. In the case of cymose inflorescence, the main axis will terminate in a flower, and that is there will be limited growth. So if we see this particular case, so let us assume that this is the axis. Now in this particular case, this axis will have a flower on its end. So if this axis has flower, now this axis cannot grow, and the remaining flowers, the flowers which come after it, will come on the lower parts. So in this case, obviously the older flower will be this and new flowers will be towards the base. The same thing we can see in this particular diagram. Flower has grown at the end of main axis, so growth is terminated over here. In this case, it continued to grow. Here it is limited in growth, and new flowers will arise towards the base, and this particular order is called as the basipetal order, and it is present in cymose inflorescence.